Is there anybody that would like to speak at this time? So Mayor Antiskevich is ill today, and I talked to him, he was pretty sick. He was not able to be here, so he's. So we wanted to address. Would you mind coming to the microphone?
And Madam Chair, maybe have legal address before they speak?
Well, we'll see.
For those of you who are here and intending to speak on the issue of the mayor's determination not to suspend people or in particular not to place people on administrative leave, my interest in this is to suggest to you that the mayor is doing exactly what he should be doing. He's waiting for the results of the investigation to come back. And until that happens, there's nothing to be done.
Well,
All right, stop. Okay,
Wanna just
and
do-
then now,
Yeah, who's ever going to talk, one of you talk, you have to give your address and your name, just so you're on the record.
so if we're,
And speak into the microphone, because it's recorded and they can't hear you
Sure.
otherwise.
so we'll need your name and your address.
Okay.
And then,
My name's Nicole. So my question, I guess, is if there's paid administrative leave, what is the purpose of that? Are you able
I'm
to?
not here to advise you, ma'am, if that's what you're looking for.
You just did advise me on if I should speak or not based on,
Well, I was trying to save you the time, but if, you have something to say and the committee wishes to hear it, well, go ahead and speak your mind.
okay, so I understand, the investigation and wanting to find out all of the facts before presuming someone guilty or innocent. However, there are several instances that officers have been placed on leave from Chief Trace, for far less than what he's being accused of, pending investigations. So I guess I'm confused as to why tampering with evidence isn't a big enough accusation to be placed on a paid leave. I'm not saying unpaid, I'm not saying fire him, but I'm saying why is he still in office with officers who he's in charge of where he has potential to tamper with more evidence while this is going on? It doesn't seem right. It doesn't seem right that Officer Lowe has to work with him daily, but yet he's been told he's not allowed to talk to him or to the lieutenant during the investigation. Does that seem fair to the officer that stepped up to do the right thing? It's not fair. It doesn't matter if he's innocent or guilty. His character has shown that he's not trustworthy. Recently, Lucinda Barber was filling out paperwork that for an individual that was brought to the jail. It was quickly discovered that the person needed medical attention. She destroyed the paperwork she had barely begun, and she's a tenured employee with 0 reprimands on her record. She's now on a 30-day unpaid suspension. The chief recommended her termination for this, but yet he's working every day, being accused of something far worse than accidentally tearing up a piece of paper that wasn't needed. He wanted her fired. Another example, Officer Sarah Sasha reported a male coworker for sexual harassment. Instead of protecting her, Chief Therese placed her, the female officer, on leave during the investigation. She was later fired for an unrelated incident. I know many here are aware of the situation involving Officer Zahersky. Regardless of the ultimate outcome, he was placed on unpaid leave during the, sorry, my paper cut off, I have it on my phone. Unpaid leave for the duration of the investigation that he was facing. So another investigation, but yet he was on leave during that. So why are we not holding our chief to the same standards that he's holding everybody else to? We have Officer Knut, who was fired just before his 2-year probationary period ended. due to a personality conflict that's coming from Chief Trace. No other reason was given to him. Whether he's found guilty or innocent, it's time we have him removed. He's shown extremely poor character over his time as chief. Between past harassment allegations and several accusations of retaliation, enough is enough. There have been countless complaints against him, yet nothing's been done. Spencer Lowe is now being forced to work in office with him, yet he can't converse with him. How should any employee at NRPD feel comfortable coming forward about anything in the future when they've seen that it will most likely result in him being protected, not them? These reports I brought to you today are just very few of which I'm aware of. I'm happy to discuss further in the future with anybody, but I will not stop until our police that protect us every day, put their lives on the line, are protected themselves. There's a podcast that came out recently, a YouTube video, just gained 5,000 views regarding this incident. That's in 24 hours. Part 2 of that is coming out next week. I know that during this investigation, this may be a sticky situation, but council, you do have the right to vote him out. I know the mayor hasn't done what we feel he should have done in putting him on paid leave during this investigation, which he had every opportunity to do. But whether or not he's guilty, you can make the decision to get him out. This isn't a political issue. I've spoken to both sides, Democrats and Republicans, and it's actually beautiful to see everybody coming together for once on something. Everyone agrees. I haven't talked to one person that disagrees. I think that's about everything that I had on this. I mean, this isn't counting all of, I've been going through financial records. This is my husband. There's things that I'm questioning as far as all of that goes. I'm happy to bring that to your attention. I'll send out emails with all of the information that I have, but what it comes down to is we the people want him out. And if the mayor's not gonna do his due diligence in putting him on a paid leave pending an investigation, then I'm looking to you to hopefully do the right thing. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hello everyone, my name is Savannah. I'm 14 years old and I live at 7. I'm currently a freshman in high school and I'm proud to be a varsity soccer player. I'm also a Christian and I'm excited to share with you that I'll be attending a retreat with my church this weekend. Reflecting on my first year in high school, I can honestly say it's been a challenge, but a wonderful experience. Balancing soccer, school, friends, and church has been quite a task. My parents have always encouraged me to be responsible, reminding me to manage my time efficiently and stay on top of everything I've committed to. There have definitely been moments where they stepped in to help me out, like times I forgot my homework or left my soccer shoes behind. However, they always hold me accountable. They believe that making mistakes is a part of the learning process, and I appreciate that they allow me to grow through these experiences. But today, I stand before you not just as a student, athlete, and daughter, but as someone who has something important to say. I want to express my thoughts regarding Chief Therese and the recent incident involving Deputy Chief O'Callahan. Now, I understand that there is an investigation pending against Chief Therese, but first I would like to say how much I admire Officer Lowe for doing the right thing and arresting the Orange Deputy Village Chief. I'm sure it would have been much easier for him to let him go, to avoid dealing with the drama that is now happening. When he realized his report has been altered, he bravely reported it, in order to stand by his oath of impartial justice. I think Officer Lowe is a great example to my generation, and he should receive recognition and honor regarding this situation. I appreciate the principle of being innocent until proven guilty. However, I struggle to comprehend why Chief Therese is not on leave during the investigation concerning allegations of tampering with the police report created by Officer Lowe to remove felonies. It seems that Chief Therese has no problem holding his officers accountable. So I ask you, why are we not holding our chief accountable? It is only fair for him to be held to the same, if not higher, standards than we hold our other officers. Furthermore, the police department has previously signed a vote of no confidence against their chief. I must say, if I were them, I would not have much confidence in the chief or the mayor at this time. We are not holding Therese to the same standards he imposes on his team. I must say at this point I would not feel comfortable ever working for our city, or possibly any city, after witnessing the injustices and impartial favoritism that is going on. As someone who deeply respects the values of integrity and accountability, I urge you to consider the long-term effects of this situation. Thank you for listening.
Anyone else? Sir?
Hi, my name is Edward Jason. To the members of council who were not reelected, I thank you for your service and hope to see you again at some point helping out in the community. But thank you for your years of service. I did want to, well, first of all, my son is here, fourth generation, last name North Royalton resident. I wanted him to get a little lesson in civics today. That we should talk about not only things that we care about might be important to us, whether it be floodwater or community standards and being held to those standards. So I wanted him to learn that you can come before a body like yours. I wish the mayor would be here, but understandable. And have an honest conversation about something that looks like it's incongruent with the values of North Royalton residents. To have somebody come forward to whistleblow and then to still be faced with the person who you've blown the whistle against doesn't seem to be very fair or a safe environment, especially when we're talking about one of allegations of fraud, tampering, what have you. Now, I have a CCW at the state of Ohio. That means that I've had to go through training and realize that there's certain responsibilities I have, like separating my gun from the ammo and lock it in a box to make certain that if I'm carrying, which seldom ever happens, but if I am, I'm not consuming alcohol. So to be under a circumstance that clearly has laws that somebody like me would be responsible for, I doubt I would get my police report altered if I had 3 loaded weapons in my car, but there's a responsibility that goes with that. In my opinion, the correct way to handle this would have been prosecute to the full extent of the law and allow a plea to occur that would take into account Deputy Chief of Orange service to the community. I look to the same standard with this. I believe that you have the potential for a hostile environment in the police department where others may not come forward if they see things because the chief has not been removed. I don't think the chief should be deprived of salary. I think it should be removal with salary. I think a good, honest, full investigation done with prosecution to the full extent of the law, with consideration given to community service, maybe having a plea down to something less. But the point is that we have things that we don't know, and a person in a position of power with the allegation against them to potentially do more of those things. And in a position that maybe now other people may not come forward to it, seems like the exact definition of why we would place somebody on paid administrative. So it just feels incongruent with the values of North Royalton, of what we've seen occur with other situations with officers in North Royalton Police Department or in the surrounding community. We will see people put on leave so that investigations can be done and that everyone's interests, whistleblower or chief, are protected. So my hope would have been the mayor would hear this evening. My hope for the council is you'll advocate on our behalf and encourage the mayor to do the right thing. We should not rush to judgment. The investigation should go wherever it leads. But let's uphold the values of North Royalton and make certain we're protecting those who are doing the right thing by coming forward and speaking truth to power. Thank you all.
Thank you.
Anyone else?
Mr. Chairman, if I could make a comment on that.
Yes.
While I disagree with the accusations leveled against me, and I'm sure that I'll be vindicated as all the other ones, accusations have been through unfair labor claims that have been dismissed. I do agree that I probably should have been placed on administrative leave, as I would have done with any officer that I was investigating. I don't know why the city didn't or the mayor didn't, but I agree with them. That's only the fair thing for it to that should have been done in this instance.
Okay.
We can't have it.
But we'll-
I make
right,
a
we're
motion to
gonna-
adjourn the meeting because we're getting in legal areas that are not,
Right.
we
so
cannot comment on.
We can't.
This is not a debate. there's a investigation
There's a discussion,
going.
though, John.
There's a motion on the floor.
Motion to adjourn.
Is there a second?
That would be you.
I just want to make a comment before I
Go-
follow
yeah, go
that.
ahead.
Okay, so, because the mayor isn't here tonight, we're in a difficult situation. I'm glad that people came forward. I'm glad that Helen has it recorded. We have the minutes. He's probably listening at home right now. I think in light of what Chief Therese has said, I think we need to pump the brakes a little bit. I think we're probably need to adjourn this safety committee and give the legal department time and also give the mayor time to process what has just occurred. So that's my feeling on it.
Yeah, and then, just to clarify, it's not that we don't want to hear
I think we're getting a little
Hey,
away from the
before
motion.
we
though.
continue,
There's a
point of
motion.
Yeah.
order, we have a motion on the floor to adjourn. Either you second it or you withdraw your motion.
I will second that motion.
And then, so before I vote, can I clarify? Just so you know, we have to be careful what we say, because this is a litigious society. So if we impugn
Mr. Nichol,
people.
a motion
then,
to
no.
adjourn.
All right, so I'll
And
vote
no,
no, and then I'll come. I'll
Yes.
vote no, and then I'll redo it. No?
Go ahead, John.
But wait a
So
minute.
the motion is
Paul, you're
defeated.
not on the committee.
I know, but I just want some clarification. Now that there's no longer a motion.
Correct.
Are the residents able to speak now? Because there's no longer a motion
You're not in
before.
charge of the
Yes.
committee.
I'm simply asking, and I
But
believe
you're
that-
not in charge of the
But I
committee.
believe the chair said yes, though.
Yes, that's correct.
Right.
If anybody else wants to speak on that before we introduce the motion again, I believe that I summarized
Here's
that.
all I'm saying
but-
is, we listen, we hear you, but we can't go back and forth. Also, he has rights, and if we say things that can be used in a court of law, he can sue, the police chief can sue us for things that might be said wrong. So we have to be careful. That's all I'm saying. We have to be careful before we get down this road.
Right.
That's all I'm saying.
And ma'am, if you could state your name again, I know you already introduced
Problem.
yourself.
Nicole. So with that, am I allowed to have dialogue back and forth, or is this, are you?
You just make your comment.
Yeah, if you could just make a comment.
Is this something that we could possibly get the mayor, we step out, are you able to get the mayor on
No.
the phone and discuss?
Not tonight, that would be significant.
Okay.
So, and am I misspeaking, Mr. Kelly?
No, you're not.
Okay.
The mayor is not here, and he's home ill.
Okay.
And we don't conduct our business in that way. We're not going to act in that kind of a knee-jerk fashion.
Correct.
Understood. I'm just going to say I'm glad I spoke against your recommendation, because turns out that it may not have been the correct recommendation. So, okay, I guess that's all. Thank you.
Thank you.
Now, if nobody else has anything,
I think this gentleman does, John.
Mr. Cruz? Would you state your name again, sir?
Sam Cruz. Just as you asked a question,
Yes.
if anybody in the audience wanted to speak, and then we were about to come up, and then you started talking. And it's just the same way you would want us to maintain our professionalism coming up to the mic, if we could just ask the same of you as well. Like, because it's kind of chaotic for a minute. So if you want us to do it, please yourselves maintain it as well.
yeah, we don't want to get in a litigious society
Right, I'm just,
where we could put the city in a position where the city can get sued and be on the hook for lots of money. So we
totally.
were starting to get down a road. I understand you're passionate, and you had all the time to talk, and we didn't interrupt you or anything. So we hear you, but we're not the ones who can make that decision.
I hear you as well.
Yeah.
Totally. I just was like, for a minute there, she asked if anyone wanted to speak, and then you started talking, and it was just like, wait a minute, hold on.
It's a little confusion, yeah.
So
I
if we
guess
could
I'm
just-
human.
Okay,
So
fair. I just wanted to make sure we're both on the same
In 1 month, you'll
page.
have a whole new crew.
We're on the same page. Thank you.
Okay. Anyone else to speak on this matter? Okay.
All right, now I'll make a motion to adjourn, that everyone has been heard.
Okay, second. And it is
I think you got to call the roll.
And then call the roll.
All in
yeah.
favor?
Aye.
And it is now, let me see,
6:59.
6:59. So we are adjourned at 6:59 from Safety Committee.